There's one way to start out the video with facial expressions, but yo, what is going on everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. For any of you guys that are new here, my name is Levi. The reason you guys even saw me drinking something in the beginning of this video is because I'm about to go do a track workout. Right now we have to go find a track to go work out at. I haven't taken you guys through any of my track workouts through this marathon prep, so I thought, why not just record it for this, show you guys exactly what I've been doing for track workouts. The hardest part about this track workout today is going to be finding a track, because school is not in session right now, but there's sports right now, including like track, baseball, and soccer. So a lot of fields and tracks nearby me are being used up. So hopefully I can find one. We're gonna go to a couple schools if they're being used up. Probably just gonna go for a 5-mile run. Hopefully they're not, see what we can do. Now before we go on this run, I'm going to be bringing 2 pairs of shoes with me because I might be running on 2 different surfaces. One of the tracks I might be potentially running on is like ancient Greece, Rome, where like the streets are all like well, it's not streets, it's just like a gravel path thing. So I'm going to be bringing my Allbirds, I almost said All Trails, I'm going to be bringing my Allbirds, and I'm going to be bringing my Hokas in case I am able to go onto like a regular track. Now I briefly wanted to bring up both of these shoes because some people have asked me like what are my favorite running shoes to run in, and I don't really have a particular favorite. I have particular favorites for road running, trail running, and like, you know, sprinting and whatnot. And so my favorite shoes for trail running are definitely going to be these. Even just for like hiking, these are amazing. They're the Allbird Trail Runner. And then my favorite road shoes are these so far. I've had the Sauconys. I've also owned a pair of New Balances as well. I do want to try some Asics eventually. But yeah, these are my favorite shoes for trail running and road running. But without further ado, let's get going. As far as the track workout goes today, we're going to be doing 800 meters fast, 800 meters slow, 400 meters fast, 400 meters slow, 400 meters fast, 400 meters slow, 800 meters fast, 800 meters slow, 400 meters fast, 400 meters slow, 800 meters fast, 800 meters slow. Now, essentially, what I mean by like slow is we're going to be running in like the zone 2 kind of range, so anywhere from about 120 to 130 for me. So it's going to be around like a 9:45 minute per mile. If you guys are wondering what I mean by 120, 130, I'm talking about my heart rate. 5 miles on the menu. Oh man, the weather's taking a turn for the worst. This is Washington though, especially this time of year, spring. It just gets crappy really freaking quick. So let's get going with this workout so I can get out of here in case it starts dumping. But I think my watch must have been a little off, and then the track as well, because every time I stopped here I still had 1 lap to go. Did 1 more full lap and I'm still not at a mile. Granted, when I was running my Garmin, like I would notice, especially on the slow runs, I would look down at my watch and it was like, oh, I'm moving at 10:30, and I know in my mind like how slow 10:30 is. I was like, bro, it's not 10:30, and I'd adjust my watch a little bit and it would go right back down to 8:55. I'm like, what the F? Like, it gets me more mad than just what the F. It gets me furious. So I really wanted to talk about this in my previous video. And it's funny because I want you guys to be inspired by me, and I want to lead by example, and I want you guys to like take on some of the things I do. But one of the things I want to say, and this is just kind of me just sharing again my personal life with you guys, to be very open and honest and vulnerable. And I would never suggest doing a marathon while pursuing entrepreneurship as a career while you're in college and doing college, because entrepreneurship by itself is, you're working overtime and you're working on your own schedule and your hours are kind of weird. People think like, oh, it's great, you get to write your own schedule. I think entrepreneurship is great when you get to write your own schedule and everything's kind of like set in stone. Like once all the hard work has accumulated into like, once you've made something out of it and you can kind of like comfortably step back away from it instead of kind of like monitoring, because in entrepreneurship, a lot of the times, or at least in my experience, is I'm very like, I feel like I'm always creeping over and looking at my work. If that made any sense, like I feel like I'm always prowling over my work to make sure things are like going okay, you know, because I can't afford to hire people right now at this point in my entrepreneurship journey for my business. For those of you guys who don't know, I own a kind of like gym apparel, like slash streetwear hardcore kind of apparel. It's more so tendered toward the gym, and that's probably what it's predominantly always going to be. It's been very hard, and I don't want any of you guys to like see my videos and try to take on everything that I'm doing. And the reason I'm even saying this is because I was like thinking to myself today, I was in class and I was just like, man, I feel like like I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was feeling like and one of the things I realized is sometimes like we expect so much of ourselves, and when we don't live up to it, it can be depressing. And I was feeling depressed, in other words. And I don't want any of you guys to feel depressed just because you see me kind of like going balls deep on something. Like, I know it's not necessarily an appropriate term to really be using, but that was the first thing that came to my head. Sometimes you see people conquering and doing so much and you think, man, I wish I could be like that. And it's like, we're all different. We have only so much potential. And yes, we all have untapped potential, but that untapped potential does come at a certain time and it comes at a cost. Hopefully that all made sense. Like, I just don't want you guys to see what I'm doing and try to replicate it or try to take on too much at once. I want you guys to be inspired and, you know, take action in something and like prove yourself wrong, but I don't want you guys to like bite more than you can, you know, chew. I'm gonna head on out of here. We got to get out of here. It is also like my last real week of marathon prep. Like I have one more week after this, but it's pretty much just like a cool down week. But yeah, let's pack this up and get out of here because this weather is just, it's unpredictable. All right, so I had to show you guys this because, I don't know, I think it's awesome. I got interested in bow hunting back in August when I was doing my Spartan race and stuff. I started watching, because I was watching David Goggins, and if you know David Goggins, you get into Cameron Hanes. Started watching his stuff, and I was like, man, I've always kind of been a fisherman, but I've never been hunting too much. So I started watching videos and stuff, and then, you know, before you know it, got a little more interested, and then Rory started hanging out with me, and Rory bow hunted, so then it was just like, you got to get involved, you know, it's one of those things. So I wanted to show you guys it. We'll let off a couple shots and we'll kind of go over why I got it, and we'll already explain to you guys why I got it, but the specs and everything. So let's get a couple shots off and see how accurate I am.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back in the pond. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby. Get a little.
So that's about 20 yards right there that I was shooting at. And this is how accurate I am. So pretty good grouping. My last shot wasn't too great. Granted, I'm freezing cold, so I'm starting to shiver, so I'm shaking like a rug. But pretty good grouping. I mean, these are super tight. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that is really tight grouping right there. We got two right in the center, kind of, two off in the center, and then one that's kind of an outlier, but this is a good group in general. It's an outlier. So pretty good. The the bow I got's a bear. That's why I said bear. Pretty dope. Came with 4 pins and with some decent optics. It was either that or the diamond. The diamond was rated a better beginner bow. The reason I got this is just because the upgraded optics that it came with. Also it's not like I need 5, but it holds 5 arrows. Like I said, I'm getting cold. To take you guys on some hunts with me when I go. Right now, just getting down my target practice. Thought it'd be pretty cool to show you guys. Something different I picked up as a hobby. Yeah, if you guys are interested, just comment down below and I'll send you guys a link for it. But see you guys tomorrow morning. Got a workout and a test tomorrow. I'm gonna go study my ass off for that right now. And right, Bean? Sure. Let's book. All right. guys, so we got some chest going on today. We're waiting for Rory to get here right now. He is, you know, slacking, dude. The guy's just a slacker. I mean, look at it. 7:28. Still not here. We agreed on 7:15. I don't know where this man's at. Every time I call him out on the time, I'm like, dude, where you at? And then he goes, oh,
I'm not on your time, I'm on my time.
all jokes aside, I really don't care too much, but wait for him to get here. We're gonna do some chest today. My strength hasn't really gone down at all during this marathon prep. It says just like stayed the same, and I know why it has. It's because I've continued to prioritize lifting over running. Doesn't mean that like I just don't run. Essentially what it means is that I've been putting all of my energy, not all of it, but my focus of emphasis, where I put my energy has been lifting rather than running, as to where it should be, because I'm training for a running event. But just, I don't know, just decided to focus it elsewhere.
Kind of forgot I was recording today. We have Rory working on a top secret legal project right now.
Athlete management, baby.
Yeah, well, essentially, I'm working with a brand right now, and
Some things that happen when you're working with brands is they don't follow their end of the agreement, you know, and like I said before, I like to follow brands that some people in my following would like to be interested in. Went with this brand, figured like, I'm not like, I think some of my audience would be interested in it because I talk about mental health on the podcast, or not on the podcast, the channel. Brand, the guy created it based around mental health, so I was like, okay, like I could get with this. And he's not really following his end of the contract, is what it is, whatever. So Rory's doing that. Already about like a quarter of the way through the workout. We're just finishing up our chest workout right now.
finishing with the machine supersetted with some flies. So yeah, as soon as Rory's done with that, then it's on.
Crazy level today, and so is the weight. That's why I gotta lower it. So, and there's a vacuum going on, so I gotta get really close. So when you're doing tricep push downs, a lot of the times people will do the typical like push downs where your arms are like this. And so one of the variations you could try, help me to grow my triceps, is close grip like this and then pushing down straight like that instead of going like this. And this helps to really isolate your back portion of your tricep and the side portion of your tricep. And you're squeezing down like this. Like I said, you're getting that isolation in the tricep because there's no workout that's just gonna target your whole tricep. Like, yeah, you're gonna get like little pieces of your tricep work in every tricep workout, but this is really gonna target this portion and the back portion of your tricep, giving it that really big 3D look. The reason I'm switching or doing a superset with reverse grip is to just extra fatigue the muscle and also get that third portion of my tricep right here. So I'm hitting it all together in one movement. Really fatigues your tricep. A lot of people sleep on the reverse grip. Just make sure to keep your wrist locked, because if you don't, it's gonna go like this. You're gonna hurt your wrist and you're probably gonna get carpal tunnel or some shit, and it's gonna suck when you're older. One thing I'm gonna say really quick before I end is Rory and I, as you see, have been lowering the weight as we hit some of our sets. It's called the drop set. It's literally just to get more fatigue out of the muscle, break those fibers down even more. So the thing, or the reason I'm telling you guys this, because you will get to a point in your workouts where you get comfortable, you get used to doing things all the time. And so when you change it up, muscles aren't used to it. So then it fatigues the muscle in a different way and grows it in a way that it normally wouldn't grow if you kept doing the same thing. Got a test to go take this morning. I got to get heading to class. Rory's got to go, I don't know, do Rory things, I guess. Whatever Rory does on Fridays, so. Baby. After all that walking, I know you guys are hungry. We got free bars here. If you go into Amazon, buy in this location. And
free cover.
You guys are probably wondering what all this B-roll footage is. We're here at the University of Washington down in Seattle today. We're actually advertising KillBuillt and Elevate. I figured since we're starting our own clothing brand and whatnot, I need to get out here and like actually do some advertising aside from like YouTube, social media that you guys see. So I wanted to bring you guys out here to show you guys like the hustle side of like the brand and stuff. I feel like I've been keeping KillBuillt, which I've kind of talked about in the video, on the low, and I wanted to show you guys just kind of what we're doing, what we're really about in the grind. So we're out here just getting after it. If you guys are ever in like the Seattle, Tacoma area and you guys do want to buy something from KillBuillt, let me know so you guys don't have to pay any shipping. But we're gonna get back to work. We got some stuff to sell and we got some more emails to collect.
Go back a bit.
All right, Rory, give us the overview of how today went.
It was a good day. We got Elevate and KillBuillt out there. Had a good pop-up, lots of people getting out there. It's our first one, doing one together, so practice makes perfect. And so we just got to get out there and do more reps and work on our pitch and work on everything. But we got 17 email signups for a giveaway, so.
It was pretty exciting. Like, you learn so much just by taking chances. Like, I can't lie, I was a little nervous like going out here like, dang, I've never done a pop-up before, but then like you do it and then you go, oh, I'm gonna do this next time, oh, I'm gonna do this next time, and then like eventually it develops into something where like your pop-up every single time gets better and better and better, and it just gets more professional. Things just really start clicking. And so it was nice just to see the results we got from the first time. So yeah, see what happens the next time. We'll probably be a little more local maybe next time. We're gonna try to find events that are more so for our target audience. This was definitely for like testing and like getting out there and seeing like what we need to learn for the next times we go out. So it'll be pretty dope to see what happens next time. Got a package in from the little transparent labs, and we got some new items that I want to show you guys that are pretty exciting to me. Some things that I don't think you guys have seen yet, so I'm gonna go over them briefly. I'm gonna go over every supplement that I got as well. So first off, I got some more protein powder, and one of the things that they introduced into their new protein series is they introduced these big 5-pound freaking jugs. Now, the thing about these is that they're how do I word this? It's cheaper if you buy this compared to this, if that makes sense. Like, obviously this costs less, but per scoop you pay less with the bigger one. So if you guys are interested at all, next time you guys buy protein and you guys want more for less compared to this one, just buy this one. It'll save you a lot. There's 55 servings in it compared to 30. And then we also have the creatine, nothing new with that. This blender bottle that I've never seen before. It's got like blue color transparent labs. We also got some hydrate. Now, I briefly wanted to go over this because this isn't a supplement that you guys see on the channel very often, but it's one that you guys have been seeing more frequently. And I've been taking this just to get my electrolytes in, just because, you know, I've been running a lot. Today it's a little warmer out, might sweat a little more, trying to get those electrolytes in. So taking this, really important in the summer as well, especially when I'm sweating a lot during my training. And then we also got this new shirt by Transparent Labs that they did a collab with RSV, or what is the brand's name again? ASRV. It's like a super high-tech wear brand. I've known about them for years. They've been around for years.
Moments later.
So Transparent Labs did like a collab with them, with their shirts, and they were able to come up with something pretty cool. So we got the shirt. I'm actually gonna put it on, probably running it today. This is it. Nice little compression tee. Good for working out. Super light and like airy, but it's good quality. Some of you guys know ASRV is just super high tier in their quality. So yeah, that was just a few of the things I was showing you guys. Also my supplementation. Didn't order any pre-workout, stacked up on that. So yeah, that's it. The shirt's new. The hat is kind of new. I got this. I don't know if this hat's actually new. But in the protein powder, just want to show you guys that really quick. You can stop. All right, got my Hokas on, ready to go run and also end this video. But before I end this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about what I was talking about yesterday down at the track when I was talking about everything that I'm taking on. And I wanted to talk about it more so in a personable way, because I talked about it in a way different way yesterday. If you guys can remember, I was talking about it more so in like how you guys view me, and I didn't get to talk about how I viewed the situation. So I want to start by saying that everything I'm taking on right now is not too much for me or too much necessarily for anyone. The problem with what I'm taking on right now is me. And I know that sounds tough to say, and you guys might be like, dang, you're being a little hard on yourself, but it's not being hard on myself. It's just telling myself the truth in the most nicest way possible. And one thing that you guys may or may not know about me is that I'm a perfectionist. Like, I literally have diagnosed obsessive compulsive disorder. I got diagnosed with it last year. Yes, I have certain themes that I obsess over. I'm not going to talk about those, but typically people with OCD have perfectionistic tendency, like mindset sort of thing. And one of the things people never talk about being a perfectionist, because everyone thinks it's good because we focus on minute details, but no one ever talks about how perfectionists, just every single time they have a task, they try to do that task at like 100%. They try to give their 100% effort into every single task that they do. And the reason that they do that is because they're afraid of failing or something going wrong. Like, no one ever talks about the dark side about being a perfectionist, and it actually sucks. And the reason it sucks is because I try to take on so much because I'm ambitious, but at the same time I'm a perfectionist. So it's like, how can I accomplish anything if I'm so focused on trying to be perfect all the time with everything? So one of the things I didn't realize about with everything I'm taking on is that I'm starting to get into this unhealthy, I would say, realm of my mind where I'm starting to become depressed more, which is natural because your body's going to try to make you depressed so that you stop working on so many things. It's just your body's response of like handling stress. And so what I'm trying to get at is, just because you guys see me doing a lot of things doesn't mean I'm always doing the best. You know, I do have to mature and realize that I can't do everything to the 100% capability that I want to, but that's just going to come with time, and I'm going to have to continue to pray to God and, you know, get that sort of thorn out of me. And all, man, we're still making it through. We all got to live this life on earth and struggle with what we got to struggle with. That's one of my struggles, but hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, be sure to give it a like. If any of you guys are new here, do not forget to press that subscribe button because you guys know I will be back. Also, I want to mention this to show you guys how much of a perfectionist I am. It took me from 4:39 to 4:59 just to get the segment that you guys just watched, like the 2-minute clip that you guys watched, because I had to keep redoing it till it was perfect. Can't believe it. I'll see you guys in the next one.